Hi there. What did your parents share with you about how to treat others? My dad loved to share business philosophies with me. He was successful in business because he focused on taking care of one person. He always concentrated on pleasing the customer before he ever worried about making the sale. As a kid, on one particular Saturday morning, he took me to his car dealership, a Chevrolet dealership here in town that he co-owned. A rough-looking gentleman came in. He was a logger, looked rough, talked rough. He demanded from my dad that he lower the price on a pickup truck he'd been looking at the day before by $500. Father smiled at him and shared with him that that lower offer was below the cost that he could sell that truck at, but he could see what he could do. He then picked up the telephone, a rotary back then. He called another car dealership on the other side of town. He asked that car dealer, "Do you have a truck that's kind of like the truck this fellow's looking for in his price range? That kind of mileage, that brand of truck in a certain kind of condition?" Sure enough, he had something. He wrote it down on a 3x5 card and he handed it to that logger. He said, "I can't help you, but hopefully this fellow can." They shook hands. The guy was a little surprised, but he left. When he left, I said to my dad, "Dad, why did you help that guy? He really was a jerk." My father shared with me, "Well, Jim, you might think he's a jerk, but he's really no different than you. He's looking for a deal. He's looking for respect. He's looking for somebody to help him with a problem he has of finding a truck. I just gave him what he wanted. He may come back to me the next time he's looking for a vehicle. He may tell his friends that he thinks I'm trustworthy. And even if he doesn't, I treated him fair and I showed respect to him." The end result, which didn't always happen that way, was this logger did come back to my dad a couple days later, and he did buy a truck from him at the original price. After my dad had sold his interest in that car dealership, he opened a business and I joined with him as a partner. I'd run into all kinds of people that would share with me about my dad, positive impression that he made on them on how we treated them. I'm not going to say my dad was perfect or that he was even the best, but I do believe that he knew the right philosophy when it came to taking care of customers. He didn't always make the sale, but he did always make many friends who later did become customers. He would share with me his customers' philosophies, and here they are. Be friendly and interested in others because nobody's really interested in you or in me. Be non-judgmental when you speak with people. Don't care about what their decision before was when they bought something, or how they look, how they dress, how they talk, even how they think. Everybody, my dad would say, is different. My dad would say, "Jimmy, you're no better than anybody else, so you respect everybody." Share with your customers how you arrived at the price you're asking for whatever is the product or services you're selling. Share with them in detail. Don't change anything about the deal that you offer them. People don't like surprises. When you deliver that product or service, make sure it's exactly what you shared with them in your proposal. Exactly the same. Make no mistakes in it. And if you happen to upselling at cost, just do it because it's your fault. It's not theirs. If you make a mistake, if you screw up, he'd tell me, smile and apologize to them. Share with that customer that you screwed up. You take all the blame and you're going to make it right for them, even if it costs you money. Always be fair with them, respectful and kind, aware of their needs, of their fears, of their concerns. When a customer knows that you put their interests above yours, in front of yours, they'll appreciate that and they'll end up buying from you. I thought my dad was a little bit screwed up when I first heard these philosophies. I thought, how are you going to make any money if you put your customer first? But I realized over time, I was a partner with him for 8 years in the business we started together. And 25 years after that, he worked for me. And eventually I saw the light. He knew what he was talking about. His customer philosophies of putting their interests first in front of his led me to having record sales in business and moved my customers to becoming friends instead of someone just to sell to. Consider these philosophies. Write up your own on how you're going to take care of your customers. Thanks, Dad. And if you need help with your customer philosophies, reach out to me for a free 30-minute phone call to help you get those strategies written. If you like what you heard today, please comment, share, reach out to me, ask me questions on another program you'd like to see. And the biggest thing, believe in yourself because you're worth it.